About quarter past the hour on this Thursday morning, or Friday Eve, as we say on Up with KREM. I think there's a lot to celebrate weather-wise because, well, we've got a pretty calm forecast for today. That is a beautiful looking sunrise over Coeur d'Alene. Absolutely stunning out there. But maybe if you're looking way off in the distance, you can just tell that that haze is present, but it's not too thick out there. It's not going to obscure any of that sunshine we are going to get today. So just hazy skies for some as our seasonal temperatures hold that for this first to second week of August. I think our high temperatures are right around 90 degrees, both yesterday and then again for today. As for more storms on Saturday, still put a question mark on it, but it is enough to at least pay attention to that forecast for the first part of the weekend. All right, let's start with the atmosphere flow again, right back to that water vapor loop, which helps us just see how the atmosphere is moving along. It's in a pattern which is called a deformation zone, and that's because there is some northerly winds pushing into British Columbia and Washington, but some southerly winds over Oregon. And when those two air masses clash, well, they don't go through each other, they just kind of spread and shear out. In this case, in the context here, is the wildfire smoke that's embedded in this can sometimes get compressed basically right along that deformation line. So that does leave areas like Oregon a bit more smoky than Washington for today because our northerly winds did clear the entirety of the state. But our southern areas like towards southeastern Washington, the Blue Mountains, could still be a little bit more smoky than say the rest of the inland northwest. So that was the context there, but it's not a true storm system. We're not seeing any showers or storms popping up along that zone itself. But our computer model did once again plot maybe a couple spotty showers over the mountains in Okanagan County. It did actually materialize, by the way, yesterday. There was one shower cell over the mountains in Boundary County yesterday. So I think our computer model was finally right on it with just that one small indication, but that's not enough to put any rain in the forecast for today. As for Friday, again, I'll mention that the mountains over Okanagan and Ferry County have the best chance for showers. Wasn't quite as substantial for Grant County or Central Washington, so worth a mention, but I'm not going to indicate that on the 7-day forecast for Friday. As for Saturday, now we see, again, just a handful of some isolated showers, but notice that it's basically right through the core of the inland northwest. So whatever disturbance is directly over us is, well, directly over us this time. So a spotty shower could pop up anywhere in the inland northwest, so I will indicate this shower, maybe thunderstorm chance on Saturday, but realize that it is a low chance, like 10 to 20%. I like to phrase it this way. If you get rained on Saturday, you'd be unlucky, but it is a possibility. Next week, there are more chances for rain with the green shaded areas in that long-term outlook, but I haven't seen anything pop up, at least in the first half of next week's forecast for the inland northwest. So just kind of waiting and seeing how that weather pattern will shake out for us, because next week will get a little bit cooler. I even have high temperatures in the low 80s by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, but at the moment did not put any rain chances in our forecast. Just those isolated showers on Saturday are possible.